Hey, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Coach Curtis Allen here. I'm just going to go out here from the office to my standing desk. I'll actually sit so that I'm not moving around too much like I am right now. Check, make sure you guys can see me okay. Looking good. Okay, great. So awesome. Sorry about any mess over here. I recently moved. It's been a couple months now. And I haven't unpacked, haven't had time. So this table over here has got all kinds of stuff around it. It'll be eventually fixed. So, anyways, what do you guys want to talk about today? Now, I want to talk about. So today we're going to talk for business owners, right? I do, today's Tuesday, so it's for business owners. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I do calls for business coaches, or Tuesdays and Thursdays and Saturdays for business owners. So if you're a coach or an owner, you know what days you're going to have content on here for you to help you with your business, okay? So I want to talk about the lead generation channel that every business owner has access to right now, and almost none of them have systemized, okay? So your existing customers, right? Because word of mouth that happens accidentally is a fraction of what a simple referral system produces if done deliberately, okay? So think about your 3 most loyal customers. They've told other people about your business at some point. Okay, you just didn't get a single new customer from any of those conversations. Now, maybe a couple, but believe me, they've talked about you more than the 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 referrals you've gotten over the years. Okay, not because your customers don't like you, because they didn't really know what to say, who specifically to say it to, or tell them what to do next, right? So here's the exact system that fixes all 3, okay? Now, I've been coaching business owners for over 26 years, if you didn't know this, okay? I'm not just some guy that went to, took some certification class. I was personally recruited and trained by Tony Robbins, who really started and promoted this industry, okay? Over 26 years ago, Tony personally recruited me, trained me, his ex-wife Becky, his son Josh, we all shared an office together, okay? And then I was involved in growing and moving that office to a bigger office and another office. Now it's in a big complex, right? And I left Tony about 20 some odd years ago, right? 20 something, 2 years ago maybe. Okay. Then I had a no compete clause and all this stuff, right? Tony tried to protect himself from us competing with him. So the structured referral system. Okay, it's one of the highest leverage, lowest cost growth strategies available to any established business. But the gap between what organic word of mouth produces and what a designed referral system produces is enormous. So today I want to close the gap for you, right? So I'm going to tell you about Paul. So Paul owned a residential landscaping company in a mid-sized Florida market here, okay? Now, he had been in business for 9 years and had about 180 regular customers, all right? Now, his revenue was around $680,000 a year, right? His customers were genuinely happy with his work. He did a great job, right? He regularly got 5-star reviews, okay? And he knew instinctively that his customers talked about him, right? Now, in 9 years of business, with all of that, right, Paul had received exactly 11 referrals that he could trace directly to customer recommendations, right? Not bad. 11 customers from his 180 clients. Okay? Bad to me, maybe not to him at the time, right? So 11 in 9 years from 180 happy customers. Most of them gave 5-star ratings, right? They probably all gave him 5-star ratings, but only a handful actually posted them right online. Now, when I asked Paul how we currently asked for referrals, He looked at me for a moment, and then he said, I guess I just assume if people are happy, right, they'll tell all their friends, and then they'll all come to me, right? That's not how it works, okay? Reality check, business owners, that's not how it works, okay? It does not work that way. If you believe that, you're delusioning yourself, okay? So that assumption is the most common and most expensive assumption in small business. All right? Sorry to say that. Sorry to burst your bubble. Okay? Happy customers do want to refer, but wanting to refer and actually referring are two different things. Okay? So the gap between them is almost never enthusiasm. Okay? It's a structure. There's a structure missing. Right? So the customer doesn't know exactly when to bring you up when they're talking to their friends or whatever, right? They're not sure what to say, and they don't have a specific, easy action, that's simple to get those people to take to work with you, okay? So we built, Paul, a 3-part referral system. It took one afternoon to design, about 2 hours to launch, okay? Part 1 was the referral ask moment. So Paul identified the moment right after a job was completed and the customer was standing in their yard, right? Like looking at their freshly landscaped property. That's the highest enthusiasm moment in the entire customer relationship, okay? So he trained his crew to say one specific sentence at that moment, right? When they realize that, he's out there and he's looking around and you can tell an expression on his face, right? Or he came and said, hey, this looks great. You guys do amazing work, right? So, he said, if you know anyone, right? So when they said that, or they expressed their happiness, their joy over seeing this well-landscaped yard, right? If you know anyone in the neighborhood who would love their yard to look just like this, we'd be grateful for an introduction. Here's a card for you to pass along. Now, it's not just a standard business card. Those typically don't work. They get filed away, put somewhere, and they forget about it, okay? Part 2 was the referral enablement, we call it, right? Referral enablement. So Paul created a simple card. The front, a before and after photo of a completed project, right? Back, one sentence about what Paul's company did, a specific offer for new customers, and a QR code to book a free estimate. The card didn't require the customer to explain anything. Just hand it over, and the card did the rest, right? The card handled it. So what the card says is key. What it offers for new customers is key, right? It's not just JLM, landscaping, or Paul's Lawn Care, been in business 35 years, phone number, we're accepting new clients, right? It's just stupid stuff like that, right? That's what all the other business cards say, right? It's got to be specific. So in the first 90 days, Paul received 23 direct referrals after we implemented this. Now, 23 in 90 days compared to the 11 that he got in 9 years. I mean, how huge is that, right? Not because his customers suddenly liked him more, right? Because he gave them a structure that made referring easy, natural, and worth doing. Now, there's some other pieces to this that make this effective, okay? And I'll go over that. So here's the 3-part referral system you can build for any business this week. Doesn't matter your business, okay? It doesn't matter. And if you're not a business owner, but you work for a business, but you rely on commission, or, maybe it would help if you got your own customers, right? I was in car sales. I owned a car dealership with my brother in New Hampshire. And a lot of it was, building off of your customers, right? You stand out there all day on the lot, you get the clients that come on the lot, but then you can't rely on that. It's so random, it's crazy, right? You don't want to stand out in that heat all day. The top salespeople build through the few clients they get, then they build and build and build through them. Okay. Now, part one is the moment and the ask. Okay, so you want to identify the single highest enthusiasm moment in your customer's experience. So for us as business coaches, it's typically when they get an aha moment or a breakthrough, or they get like their first big result, right? Something they've been challenged with for years or months or whatever. And all of a sudden they get it, and you get that phone call, right? Hey, I just got a client. Oh my gosh, thank you so much, right? Hey, do you know anyone else that might want to get a client, right? So this is the moment right after the best part of your service is delivered, right? The hair appointment, right when she sees the finished look, right? I was just talking to, was it yesterday or the day before? A woman, yeah, I think it was yesterday. She owns a hair salon, and she wants to help other hair salons, right? So that's the moment for them, right? Or maybe you have a car detail business. So it's after you've done the car, and the customer picks it up and does a walk around, and they're just looking at it and like, oh my God, right? Like like I'm feeling it now when I picture a car, right? All detailed and shiny, right? I'm a car guy, so, you know. But, you know, that moment is when you say what you need to say, okay? Or the restaurant, right? The restaurant meal, right when the dessert arrives. Either the manager comes over or the server does this. Now, for servers, the approach is a little different. Like it could be, hey, you know, have your friends ask for me if you like the service, right? When they come in, ask for me. That's how, a little trick for servers, how to keep your get regulars that tip better than just the average person walking through, sitting at the restaurant, especially here in Florida. It's all touristy. You never know what you're going to get. You never know if you're going to get tipped, right? Tips can be great if you start to build a client base. But managers, this is the moment when the dessert arrives, okay? At that moment, okay, one specific person in your team delivers one specific sentence that makes a referral feel natural. Not a sales pitch, a genuine, specific invitation. Something like, if you know anyone who would love this experience, I would be so grateful if you sent them our way. Something simple like that, right? Here's a card with everything they need, right? So here's something you can give your friends, something like that, right? And there's a special offer on there. And they're like, oh, wow, I'll give that to my friends, right? Because it's pretty cool. Excuse me. Part two is the enablement tool, okay? Make the referral as easy as possible for the customer to make. It's got to be easy, okay? And your card, it can't be something they want to put in a desk or, put on their refrigerator, or it's like something like they put it like in the front of their wallet or something, or keep it in their pocket. So because it's valuable. The offer on there is valuable. Okay, it's value. Okay, it's a physical card with maybe a before and after or a specific image, and a specific offer for new customers. Okay, so it could be a simple QR code or a short link. The customer should not have to remember anything. They shouldn't have to explain anything or do anything complex. They just make it, like I said, just as easy as possible. Make it natural, okay? They just hand the card over. Hey, I got a gift for you. Wow, thank you, right? That's the effect it needs to have. Now, part three is the acknowledgement system. This is the key that I missed, before. This is part three. Okay, I don't know if I covered that before. When a referral comes in, this is one that a lot of business owners miss, okay? When a referral comes in, find out immediately who sent them. Then pick up the phone, okay? Contact the customer personally within 24 hours. Not a templated email. A genuine personal thank you that mentions the specific person they referred and expresses a specific appreciation. Now, if you're really, really busy, I know everyone wants to use AI and automation, all this. Just make sure it's personal, not just a template. It's got to be clear, specific, and personal. It won't work. Just a hey, thank you. No, hey, Joe came in. Joe's an awesome guy. Thank you so much for sending him our way. We're going to make sure we take great care of Joe, just like we take care of you every time you come in, right? Makes your heart flutter, right? Now, this acknowledgement is the single most powerful thing you can do to generate a second, a third, a fourth referral from the same customer. People refer again when they feel genuinely seen for referring the first time it's done. Okay? That's the key. All right? Now, if you have 180 customers like Paul had, and you've been relying on organic word of mouth, or maybe you have 10 or 20 clients, I don't know, and you've been waiting for them to refer you, right? Your next 90 days could look very different from your last 9 years. So comment profit, and I'll send you the registration link for my free upcoming workshop on doubling your business profit without spending any additional money on marketing or advertising. We cover the complete system. We go through all areas of your business, okay? Now, comment, so DM a comment me profit if you want that. Now, if you want to schedule a 45-minute assessment on your business where we will literally show you, right? I will walk through your business with you using a tool I have. It's a proprietary software program that only me and my team have, okay? Doesn't exist anywhere else, okay? We're going to find profit in your business. We're going to typically double the profit in your business. So comment or DM me double, and we'll schedule a one-on-one double your profit strategy session, okay? Or if you just want my book, okay, I have a couple books, but one is the Profit Blueprint, okay? If you want the Profit Blueprint, it'll teach you 12 strategies to improve the profit in your business. I'll send you the digital version for free. So comment or DM book. So comment profit, double, or book right now, depending on what you want. Your customers already like you. Give them a reason and a way, right, to send you more customers just like them. All right, guys. Hope you got some value from this today. If you did, please like, comment, or share. Ask questions. Very cool. All right, guys. Love and appreciate you. Have a blessed day. And we'll see you again soon.